Hey guys, welcome back to another Texas All Outdoors video. It's closing in on trapping season. Actually, trapping season started yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
It's not closing in, it's already here. So we're gonna dye and wax traps today. I don't think we'll be trapping very heavy right now. It's archery season, so we'll probably be hunting most of the time, but trapping season's pretty long, so we have time. But we're gonna wax and dye these traps today. We got the Reynolds trap dye and some wax. And we got the pot over there that she's working on boiling. We'll get right into the video.
Alright guys, we're going to go through our traps here, just so you know what kind of traps we're using. I have one of these really old Victor traps. It was my grandpa's. I don't really know the size or anything. It doesn't have a night latch. It's kind of busted up a little bit. We got to put some work in on this one. But just an older trap that I picked up from my grandpa. Then I got 6 of these Bridger 1 3/4 offset jaws. They're pretty nice. They do have a night latch. I just got into trapping last year, so I picked up 6 of these last year. And then I got 3 MB550s here, which you know is like the Cadillac of trapping. Minnesota brand traps are really high quality traps. And these are offset as well, and they do have the night latch. Cody actually owes me one more of those MB550s because last year during trapping season we had a little competition and I ended up beating him by a landslide in points last year. But those are all the traps I'm going to be using this year.
Alright guys, I'll show you some of my traps here. The main trap I use is, like Jacob showed you, Bridger 1 3/4. They're night latched. And I mean, I like to use these earth anchors. I think they work pretty well, but I got probably like close to 20 of them. I've been trapping a little bit longer than Jacob, so I might have a couple more. But I got a couple of these. My buddy bought me these at a yard sale or something last year. They're kind of cheap. They're Duke, but they'll do the job. Not night latched. I don't know what kind of anchor I'll put on them yet.
They're 1.5, right?
They are Duke 1.5.
Yeah.
This, I bought 3 of these at the National Trappers Association. They had a show at our local fairground, and they look almost identical to these Bridgers, but they're not Bridger. I don't know what they are. I mean, they're kind of nice. They have this spring here, so when an animal pulls on them, it kind of is easier on their leg. But it's not night latched. It's not offset. I don't really know what it is, but it works. And that's pretty much it.
Are you going to pick up any traps for the season, or?
I might get a couple MB550s while I'm there to buy Jacobs. But that's pretty much it.
Alright, Cody's going to put in some of this trap dye here.
You got it boiling. This will bring it down from the boil, but then you just got to let it kind of boil up. And we don't got a big pan, so we're not going to put a lot of this trap dye in. Just kind of coat the top. Just like that. That should probably work for how many traps we're doing. And then you just put the lid on and let it get to a rolling boil, and then stir it up a little bit, and then you start dipping your traps in. All right, the dye's been in there. It's been boiling. We got it rolling again. Now Jacob's gonna stir it a little bit, and we'll let it boil a little bit more, and then we should be ready to put our traps in.
Alright guys, got 4 traps here. We actually already boiled 3 of mine, and we're putting them in the dye here. Leaving them in there for about 20 minutes. Let them get submerged in there pretty good. And then take them out, and then we'll put Cody's in. Alright guys, we're starting to wax our traps now. Got them all dyed. Cody's dipping his in there. And then he's gonna bring them over here and place them on there. So they're all dyed and waxed. And we'll get back to you when we're finished here. And then that'll be the video. All right, guys, as you can see, all of our traps are dyed and waxed. A couple of the MB550s here didn't take the dye as well because they weren't rusty. Preferably, you want to rust your traps before you dye them because the rust will stick, or the rust will stick to the dye a lot better, or the dye will stick to the rust about a lot better.
Those are brand new. So after a year of use, they'll be ready. Next year, they'll be rusted.
Good. Yeah. So all my other ones though dyed pretty well. All of Cody's dyed pretty well in wax.
You don't need dye on them. The dye's just kind of, it's just an extra. It helps hide them a little bit better. But you can still.
But you should be waxing your traps. The wax basically takes away the scent. You do not want animal smell in your traps. And after we wax them, when we were moving around and stuff, we were wearing gloves because we didn't want any of our scent getting on the traps either. So
the wax will help it in the winter. It'll help it from not freeze shut too.
Yeah,
it'll help with that a little bit.
So we're all finished up with getting our traps ready for the year. Just now gotta get our tags on them, and then we'll be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Some of you might have learned something from this video. And we'll see you next time
On Texas All Outdoors.